And as the tech fair continues in Ireland, let's just pause to download some of the detail that's emerged from the tech earnings session in Asia. One clear theme: television down, gaming up. Growth in Sony's games division helped the electronics giant post a second quarter net income of $886 billion, almost triple analyst estimates. The company says it's losing following in its North American TV market, though. South Korean chipmaker Samsung revealed a record result but was short of analyst estimates at $4 billion. The company also predicted continuing weak demand for LCD TVs. Microsoft's profits rose by more than half, buoyed by sales of its Office software suite, mainly to businesses. Its first quarter net income came in at $5.4 billion, beating estimates. Now, to talk a little bit more about the tech industry and his own experience founding a company, we have with us Mike Kearns, Citizen Sport founder and former CEO. He joins us live from the Dublin Founders Conference. Thank you very much indeed for speaking to us. I'll get to the broader issues with regards to the tech industry in a moment, but I want to start by asking you what drove Yahoo's purchase of your company?
Yeah, so our company was really focused on social media and mobile applications. And if you think about Yahoo's position as a portal, an area of growth and investment for them is going to be around social and mobile. And those were two areas that our business really focused in within the sports category.
So in other words, you're giving Yahoo the ability to boost its presence in the iPhone market and on Facebook as well, right? But
yeah, exactly. Facebook applications, iPhone, Android, yeah.
What about the obstacles to reaching users for you guys? I mean, many of these users may only have a small amount of time, particularly, you know, businessmen. They only have a small amount of time to do things online, like play games. So, I mean, do you find that can be a bit of an obstacle for you guys, a bit of a challenge?
Yeah, I mean, actually, that was the strategy behind our business, was bring fantasy games, sports news, sports content to people where they're spending their time, which happens to be increasingly on Facebook, on their phones, and now on the iPads and tablets and such. So it's really not about asking people to come to us, it's about going to them and having their friends be with them via Facebook Connect and other social strategies.
I mean, looking ahead, do you think that we're going to see more M&A deals like this with big companies like Yahoo saying, well, actually, it's easier to buy a company like yours than to build these kind of applications ourselves from scratch?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I think that's been the case in general over the past 20 years. I mean, you look at the number of companies that Yahoo's brought in, Google, Microsoft, and others, and I think it's a trend that started a long time ago that's continuing. I mean, as recently as 2 weeks ago, Yahoo made another acquisition in the advertising technology space. I think Google's done something like 24 acquisitions over the period of 6 months or something. So I think acquisitions around new technologies, key talents, or new areas of revenue growth are going to continue in the Valley and globally around tech moving forward.
When we look at this specific deal between Citizen Sports and Yahoo, there have been some overlaps, right? For example, you both have iPhone apps.
We do, although Yahoo's iPhone app around sports was primarily focused on fantasy football, where our iPhone apps are focused on global sports news, scores, statistics, etc. We both also had fantasy presences. Their fantasy presence was on the portal, and ours was really strongest within the Facebook application ecosystem. So although we did have, at times, redundant experiences, they were targeted to different audiences on different platforms.
Now, Mr. Kearns, if I can ask you a broader question about the tech industry, because as you well know, we've had earnings from the likes of Microsoft, Texas Instruments, Intel, and they all show that while corporate customers are spending more, the actual consumers, the household spenders, are not. How much of a challenge is that going to pose for the industry, this split between companies and consumers?
Yeah, I mean, I think at least as it relates to our industry, it's really driven by the ad market. And we've seen a big growth from where we were in 2008. Obviously, 2009 was a much better year, a year of recovery. In 2010, for our business in particular, saw accelerated growth towards the end of the year. So I would say that advertisers who are kind of straddling the line between consumer spending and corporate spending are really the leading indicator as it relates to businesses like Yahoo or Citizen Sports, and we're seeing strong presence right now within the market.
Mike Kearns, former CEO of Citizen Sports, Yahoo, thank you very much. Good to talk to you.